Someone needs to call Trina Vega and tell her I got her beat with the one-woman show, because today I'm going to be doing a one-woman reenactment of the entire plot of Into the Woods, but super sped up because it's a super long show with a ton of characters that are relevant, and I need all my time to really tell the plot. So I'm gonna flash all the details about the show here. And you can read them because, again, I don't have time. I gotta explain the plot. So sit back and enjoy the best version of Into the Woods that you will ever see. You are welcome. It all begins with the baker, and he is baking in his kitchen, and he is with his wife. I love baking, but I wish I had a baby. I want a baby. Wah! And that's her wish, and that's also the baker's wish. They wish to have a child. And then there's Jack, who wants his cow Milky White to produce milk. And if Milky White doesn't produce milk because she's not, they're gonna have to sell her. And he's so sad because he doesn't have any other friends. And he's like, I want Milky White to produce milk. And then we have Cinderella, who's like, oh, to go to the festival. I just want to dance with the prince. Oh, to not be musty. But she's too nice to really do anything about it. I wish to go to the festival. And that's Cinderella. And then we have Little Red Riding Hood, who's a little bit of a fatty. She likes to snack, so she visits the baker a lot. And she's like, oh, I want to bring bread to my granny. I don't know why half of them are British, but they are not. They are in this, though. And she's like, I want to bring bread to my grandmother. It's not a song in the show. So everybody's going into the woods to sell their cow or to bring the bread to Granny. Little Red visits the baker. She gets that bread, snacking on it because she's a little fatty. And then, all of a sudden, in the bakery, that was thunder, a witch appears. Dun, dun, dun. And then she raps about vegetables, and she basically tells the baker and the baker's wife, Mr. Baker, I put a curse on your father, so you can't have kids because he stole my veggies. So, but you want to break it? Okay, I'm understanding. So this is what you got to bring me by midnight tomorrow. I lied. They have 3 days. 3 days. And then at midnight of the third day, that's when. You got to bring me a cape as red as blood, a cow as white as milk, hair yellow as corn, and a slipper as pure as gold. And then she goes, whoop-wah! Baker and his wife are like, heck yeah, we're in. Except the baker, because he's a little bit misogynistic, he's like, you stay here. I'm going to go into the woods to get us the things we need. And she's like, man. So Cinderella is really upset because her stepmom and her stepsissies are being so mean to her. Instead of seeking professional help, she goes to her mom's grave tree. Like, oh, mom, I'm so sad. And then these shoes appear, and they stress. So she takes it, and she's like, thanks, dead mom. Then Little Red goes into the woods, la, 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 la. But then she meets a wolf. Ah! I'm the wolf. And he's really predatory, and he's like, girl, don't see your grandma. Take the long way, enjoy life's beauties. And Little Red is all like, mother said, straight ahead, not to stray or be misled. But then the wolf is like, hello, little girl. And then she's like, okay. So she goes with him. Everybody's in the woods now. Cinderella's at her mom's grave. Jack going to sell Milky White, and he is sad. Oh, Jack is rocking a mullet. Whee! Milky White, no. When all of a sudden, the baker pulls up with his shoddy. Ooh, that looks like a cow that's as white as milk. It's Baker's wife. And then they convince Jack to trade the cow. What? I kicked Milky White for these magic beans. And then Jack cries about it and he sings a song. And the baker feels bad about it. But then his wife is like, hey, maybe they are actually magic. You never know, it's not lying if you don't know. When the baker is looking for the red cape, he runs into Little Red. Little Red He's literally in the belly of the beast, like Sis got eaten. Baker's like, cha-cha! Slices and dices the wolf. Little Red steps out. She's like, oh, Baker, I'm such a silly little fool. Here's my cape. So he gets the cape, and she sings a song about how to not talk to strangers. It's called I Know Things Now. And then we see this tower, and we find out the witch has our shoddy Rapunzel, who is now a character. Rapunzel is like, ah! And the witch is like, let me climb your hair. A prince sees her, and he's like, dang, shoddy fine, and I want a piece of that. Anyway, so because this makes sense, Jack is like, I sold Milky Way. His mom's like, no way, to who? Oh, to the baker. For how much money? Nah, I got this beans though. You buffoon. And then she chucks the beans and Jack's like, but they're magic. And then it grows into a giant beanstalk. Cinderella is all hot now. And I should have mentioned the festival is like Coachella, is like 3 nights, same thing with the whole curse. Cinderella is unimpressed with the prince and she's like, oh! And she runs away. So she's running away. Oh, but Baker's wife is like, hello, how was the ball? And Cinderella's like, he's a nice guy, but you know, like, what am I even doing here? And Baker's wife is like, so true, but hello, girlie, like, this is the prince. You know when you're talking about someone and then they're right there, boom, it happens. And Cinderella's like, yep! Baker's wife comes up. And the prince is like, where is she? And then the baker's wife is like, oh, she went the other way. And then he chases her. But the baker's wife sees, oh, Cinderella's gold slippers. I'm on to you, sister. And she goes after her. But because baker's wife chased her, they lose Milky White. And then all of the characters sing about what they learned in a song called First Midnight, which summarizes the first day that they've tried to break the curse. This is taking way too much time. I'm not gonna change for this, sorry. Jack, he's like, the giants in the sky. Then he steals gold from the giants that are up the stalk to buy back Milky White. And then he goes back up the beanstalk again. So there's a mysterious man as well. He steals the money that Jack just got. The 2 princes, so I mentioned how there was a prince that was like, Rapunzel, she fine. And then there was obviously like the main prince, so they're talking about their lady problems, and they sing the song Agony, and everyone knows how that goes. Baker's wife overhears them talking about a girl with golden hair. Baker's wife goes to Rapunzel, she tricks her, and she takes a piece of her hair just to keep track. They had Milky White and they lost Milky White, so now they have the cape and the yellow, the corn hair. So now we're back to Cinderella. Oh, what do I do? Now I'm going to include like a really sped up version of On the Steps of the Palace, performed by me. He's very nice, Prince. He's a prince who prepares. Can't even see me. Knowing this time I'd run from him. He spread pitch on the stairs. I was caught unawares. I thought, well, he cares. I stepped up, what do I do? Oh my gosh. In the middle of this song, I decided I'm gonna leave him one of my chanclas on the steps of the palace. Dink. And then he'll find me. Then, she trades shoes with the baker's wife. And I really intended to do all the characters, but this is actually so much more work than I could have anticipated. After second midnight, the witch goes back to Miss Punsy's tower. I know you're having a boy over. And she's like, stay with me. Like, no, you crazy lady. You're not even my mom. Witch, angry. Snoop. There goes Rapunzel's hair. She is banished. Banished. She's not coming back. The mysterious man, so you know the money he took from Jack? He gives it to the baker and got you, bud. You get that cow. After that happens, Jack and Little Red link up. And they go back up the stalk again. The baker comes back, new cow, not Milky White. So they got the hair, they got the shoe, new cow, blood cape, and they're like, swag, we did it right in time, let's do the thing. The witch is like, bro, this is not the cow. She resurrects Milky White. They feed him the stuff. They try and feed the cow the hair. And the witch is like, where'd you get the hair? No, you can't feed the cow anything that I've touched, and I touched her hair. The mysterious man is like used some like of the corn little hair, like the little corns, like an actual corn. They find out from the witch that this mysterious guy who's kind of been the baker's sugar daddy is his actual daddy. She drinks the potion. Mysterious man, baker's dad, boom, he's dead. I took my hat off because like condolences. Curse is broken and the witch, ooh, she becomes all sexy. The prince is like, I need to find this foot. The stepsisters, they are desperate girlies. They literally are like chopping off parts of their feet to fit. And it is nasty, and they almost would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for that meddling blood. He's like, wait, put it on her. The stepmom's like, what? But then Cinderella's all like, dink. And it fits her. And the prince finds her. Oh my gosh. And then they get married and they ride away on a little horse. And then it is beautiful. Rapunzel has been busy since we last saw her. She is pregnant with twins from the prince. Yo, bro, what? So the witch finds Rapunzel again. She's like, girly, come back. Witch lost her powers when she became all sexy, which is usually the opposite of how it works. You're normally more powerful when you're sexy, but not in this. Then at Cinderella's wedding, we are skipping. I told you this show is like a hefty beast. We aren't even on Act 2. And Cinderella like talks to birds, and you know, they do things for her. The stepsisters at Cinderella's wedding, birds are like, tick, 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 and peck out their eyes. Baker's wife is pregnant. Woo, yay, happily ever after. But they don't see that there's another beanstalk. And that is the end of Act 1. One more thing, I wanted to apologize because I know I started this in the Rapunzel costume, so like y'all thought you were gonna see it. But it was this, and it was really cool. It's just like, I physically couldn't do it anymore.